We are counting down the 12 most jaw-dropping Walmart TV deals that pushed prices lower than anyone thought possible. From models quietly marked down in local stores to lightning-fast online glitches, each entry on this list exposes the real strategies and surprises behind Walmart's shocking rollbacks and secret discounts. These deals range from luxury sets with hidden markdowns to bundles that nearly broke the system. So what tactics, rumors, and wild price drops made the cut, and which deal topped them all? Let us begin with number 12, where an in-store tag held the key to a 65-inch TV for less than you would think. Hidden in plain sight, a 65-inch 4K TV sat on the sales floor, sporting a clearance tag that ended in .03. For deal hunters, that number means one thing: final markdown. These tags signal the last price drop before a model disappears for good, usually when Walmart ends a contract with a manufacturer or clears out the last batch of a production run. The set often carries a relabeled SKU, sometimes a near twin to last year's big brand release, making it almost impossible to spot unless you know what to look for. In some stores, the price plunged nearly 40% below the original sticker, dropping a $900 set to under $540. Shoppers who recognized the code saved hundreds, while others walked by never realizing what they missed. But that was nothing compared to what happened with an OLED. A 55 or 65-inch OLED TV at Walmart suddenly dropped by as much as $700 compared to rival stores, leaving shoppers stunned. These were not stripped-down models either. Most included HDMI 2.1 ports, which are essential for gaming and future-proof streaming. Those are features rarely seen at such a low price point. The timing fueled speculation, with some believing Walmart was matching a flash sale from a competitor, while others pointed to a flood of overstock or returned units. Online forums buzzed with debate about whether these OLEDs were B-grade panels or simply excess inventory that needed to move. Buyers who jumped on the deal reported the same premium specs found at higher-priced retailers, but a handful noted minor screen uniformity issues, adding to the uncertainty. Even so, for many it was the cheapest way to bring true OLED quality home. The deal did not last, but it signaled that even high-end tech could fall into bargain territory if you knew when to watch. And then Walmart pulled a move nobody saw coming. A 55-inch TV for under $250 used to sound impossible, but Walmart's entry-level ON, TCL, and Hisense models broke that barrier. Price tags dipped as low as $178 in select stores, pushing big-screen access into territory once reserved for 32-inch sets. For college students, renters, or anyone needing a second-room screen, this was the deal that opened up a whole new market. At these prices, buyers started to wonder what corners might have been cut. Online forums and teardown videos pointed to potential trade-offs, with some units reporting lower panel brightness and questions about long-term durability. Still, most reviews agreed that the smart operating system ran smoothly, streaming apps loaded quickly, and navigation was intuitive for the price. Rumors swirled that these might be limited-run builds, possibly using surplus components, but for many, the value was undeniable. Budget shoppers got a full-featured smart TV at a price that would have been unthinkable just a few years ago. But the real surprise came when a major brand decided to join the price war. Samsung's presence in the TV aisle took a different turn, with models carrying Walmart exclusive codes. Sets like UN65NU6900FXZA, which do not appear in national ads or at rival stores. These versions look nearly identical to their mainstream siblings, but a closer look reveals subtle differences. Sometimes it is a missing HDMI port, other times it is a basic remote or the absence of Bluetooth support. The reason is Walmart negotiates directly with Samsung to create these unique stock-keeping units, sidestepping minimum advertised price rules that keep regular models at higher price points elsewhere. During major sales, Walmart rolled out rollbacks that dropped these exclusives $100 to $200 below the standard models, all without breaking any manufacturer agreements. Tech forums and teardown videos fueled debates. Were these models truly the same, or had corners been cut in ways only power users would notice? For most shoppers, the savings made the trade-offs hard to ignore, but the ongoing spec scrutiny showed just how closely buyers now inspect every detail. And Samsung was not the only major brand facing a sudden price cut. An LG 65-inch TV dropped in price overnight, leaving shoppers scrambling to catch the deal before it disappeared. Screenshots captured the moment. A $200 to $400 markdown triggered a limited stock, check store alert, and within 6 hours the model sold out across dozens of zip codes. The drop was so steep that some buyers suspected a pricing glitch. After all, the new sticker landed below what most industry estimates pegged as wholesale cost. Social media lit up with stories of shoppers racing to their local Walmart only to find empty shelves or associates shaking their heads and saying the last unit had just left the store. In online deal forums, the timeline unfolded in real time. First, a handful of successful pickups, then a wave of out-of-stock reports as the news spread. For many, it was a rare chance to claim a premium brand at a price that usually belongs to bargain models. And the urgency of the sellout became a legend among deal hunters. The dust had not even settled before attention shifted to the next jaw-dropping markdown, a 75-inch screen at a price no one believed until they saw it. A 75-inch TV at Walmart, once the stuff of home theater dreams, suddenly dropped to prices that made shoppers do a double take. Rollback tags showed numbers as low as $498. With some stores pushing the price just above $600, putting these massive screens within reach for families who never thought they would go that big. For deal hunters, it was all about the price per inch, the kind of math that makes a 75-inch set at $498 work out to less than $6.65 per diagonal inch, a figure almost unheard of at a national retailer. These sets often landed on end-cap pallets, stacked high and ready for quick grabs, fueling a frenzy in store aisles. The catch was that most of these models featured a basic 60 Hz refresh rate, which means they were not built for fast-paced gaming or sports, but for movie nights and streaming. They delivered sheer size that dominated any living room. Online chatter speculated about warehouse leftovers or last year's models, but the value was impossible to ignore. For shoppers focused on screen real estate over specs, this was the biggest bang for the buck Walmart had ever offered. But with prices this low, some wondered if there was a catch. Then the next deal made people question how cheap a smart TV could really get. A 43-inch Roku TV for $150 or a 55-inch for barely over $200. These cheap prices made shoppers pause and double-check the shelf tag. The secret behind these deals was not just overstock or last year's hardware. Industry watchers pointed to Roku's business model. When the company sells TV sets this cheaply, it is betting on future revenue from streaming subscriptions and advertising, not just the hardware. That means Walmart can move units at prices that seem impossible, helped along by incentives and rebates from Roku for each TV sold. For buyers, the payoff is immediate. You get a full-featured smart TV with a smooth, responsive user interface and quick app launches, something that is often missing from other budget sets. Reviewers said the user interface felt as fast as much pricier models, and even the included remote handled voice search and navigation with no lag. Still, there is a downside. There are questions about how long these TV sets will keep getting software updates. Some early adopters found that after a year or two, major new Roku features arrived slowly or not at all, which raised concerns about long-term support. For the price, though, many were willing to take the risk. But not every deal could be found online. Some of the most astonishing markdowns were hidden deep in the backrooms, waiting for the right shopper to stumble across them. Some of Walmart's lowest TV prices never make it to the sales floor or the website. Instead, they wait in the backroom, hidden from casual shoppers and even some employees. These units are logged into inventory but kept off display until a supervisor or manager approves their release, often during overnight floor resets or when new models arrive. Shoppers who know the system use the Walmart app or in-store price checkers to scan barcodes, sometimes revealing prices that are far lower than the tags on the shelf, deals that do not show up online. In many cases, the only way to confirm the markdown is with a handheld scanner, which logs every price change and requires a manager override for final clearance. Employees have shared stories of TikTokers and deal hunters tracking hidden pallets, waiting for the right moment to ask for a price check, or to spot a yellow clearance tag that has just been updated. These backroom finds can be hundreds of dollars below retail, but only the most persistent shoppers ever see them. The process rewards those willing to hunt, scan, and sometimes negotiate with staff, turning a routine store visit into a real-life treasure hunt. And the next wave of deals would prove even more unpredictable, as clearance pallets started to appear with prices that changed from one zip code to the next. A few years ago, 8K TVs were the crown jewel of the electronics aisle. Screens promising 4 times the detail of 4K, loaded with the latest processors and dazzling peak brightness. But as months passed, something changed. Shoppers stopped caring about 8K. With almost no native content and streaming services still focused on 4K, demand collapsed. Walmart stores, faced with expensive inventory gathering dust, responded with markdowns that stunned even seasoned deal hunters. High-end sets that once sold for $1,999 or more quietly tumbled to $1,200, then to $998 in some regions. That is an $800 drop on technology still boasting quantum dot panels, advanced HDR, and top-tier upscaling chips. The panels kept their premium features, peak HDR brightness, deep local dimming, and fast processors, while the price tag landed squarely in upper mid-range 4K territory. For buyers who always wanted a taste of luxury but balked at the original price, this was their moment. The shock was not just in the numbers, it was in seeing a product once reserved for early adopters suddenly within reach for anyone willing to take a chance on a format with little mainstream support. The result? A luxury television experience at a price that just a year before would have sounded like a misprint. And with clearance signs still fresh, Walmart's next move would push the boundaries of what a deal could be. For a brief window, Walmart's checkout system allowed buyers to score a TV and soundbar bundle for less than the price of the TV alone. The glitch was not advertised. Shoppers stumbled onto it by stacking digital coupons or by adding certain bundles to their carts in select zip codes. The numbers did not add up. A $398 TV paired with a $99 soundbar suddenly rang up for $379, while the solo TV stayed at full price. Word spread quickly through deal forums and TikTok, with users posting screenshots of their carts and racing to check out before the error disappeared. Some orders were cancelled once the mistake was flagged, but hundreds of bundles shipped before the system was patched. The mechanics behind the error pointed to mismatched SKU codes and overlapping promo codes, an internal hiccup that let savvy shoppers take home a soundbar almost for free. Walmart's fulfillment teams scrambled to keep up, honoring completed transactions but quietly locking down the glitch for everyone else. The catch was the deal worked only in certain regions and often vanished within hours, leaving many empty-handed. For those who moved fast, it was the ultimate double dip, a rare moment when the system worked in the buyer's favor. But the chaos was just beginning as clearance pallets started popping up with prices that changed from one store to the next. Pallets loaded with TVs have sparked stampedes in Walmart aisles, but not every shopper gets the same deal. In one city, a 65-inch set might ring up at $748, while just a few states over that identical model drops to $398. The difference, sometimes as much as $350, comes down to a mix of store inventory pressure and the authority given to local managers. Corporate guidelines set the outer limits, but managers can cut prices further to clear space or hit end-of-quarter goals. On TikTok, videos of bargain hunters racing to these pallets have racked up hundreds of thousands of views, with users comparing receipts and marveling at the wild price swings. Some stores flush with overstock, slash prices aggressively, stacking TVs high on end caps or in the back of the electronics section. Others hold out, hoping to sell at a higher margin, only to watch neighboring locations go viral for their markdowns. The chaos peaks when word gets out. A post goes live, and within an hour, crowds descend, hoping to score the lowest price before the last pallet is picked clean. For shoppers, it is a game of luck and timing, where geography and a manager's decision can mean saving hundreds or walking away empty-handed. The unpredictability of these clearance pallets turns every visit into a potential windfall or a lesson in just missing out. And yet, even these wild swings could not match the frenzy that erupted when a TV price online dropped so low people thought it had to be a mistake. It started with a price so unbelievable that most people assumed it was a website error. For about 15 minutes, a well-known brand-name TV dropped to a fraction of its usual price on Walmart's website, far below any advertised deal or clearance markdown. Within seconds, screenshots spread across group chats, Discord servers, and deal forums, while TikTok and Twitter lit up with frantic posts urging users to check out before the glitch vanished. The clock was ticking and every minute counted. In that narrow 10 to 20-minute window, hundreds of shoppers managed to place orders, with confirmation emails landing in inboxes as proof. Some buyers posted real-time updates. Their order status shifted from processing to preparing for shipment, and soon after, tracking numbers appeared. Walmart's official policy allows them to cancel orders placed during pricing errors, but in this case, the earliest purchases were honored. Shipment confirmations and delivery photos surfaced online, fueling a wave of excitement and envy. Those who arrived late found their orders cancelled with a standard pricing error notice, while the lucky few who acted instantly received their TVs at the glitch price, a windfall that became instant legend among deal hunters. Social media threads exploded, with Reddit and TikTok posts racking up thousands of comments and hundreds of thousands of views in less than a day. The story echoed across tech blogs and deal sites, yet the details were clear. The fastest buyers won, and everyone else watched the window slam shut. For shoppers, it was the ultimate rush, a rare moment when perfect timing paid off, and a reminder that in the world of Walmart deals, hesitation can mean missing out entirely. No other sale on the list moved faster or left such a trail of digital confetti in its wake. Across all 12 deals, one pattern stands out. Walmart's TV pricing is driven by unpredictability, flash glitches, hidden clearance tags, and shifting supplier contracts. Shoppers are not just buying electronics, they are navigating a system built on constant change. Today, a single store visit or a viral post can rewrite the rules. In this world, the best deal is not advertised, it is uncovered.